Hello everyone, it's Christine here and we're back for our stitch along and we are moving on to cross stitch. So I was going to go and get some open weave, even weave fabric out of my craft cupboard, which is what you generally use for doing cross stitch. Often Aida cloth is used for that, but I came across a hessian sack that I had from the reverse art truck, and it's a hessian sack that had been used to import gin berries or juniper berries that are used to make gin by a distillery in the Yarra Valley. So at least I know it's food grade, safe to work with. And it had this beautiful fuchsia hessian woven into it. And on my craft desk, I had this beautiful fuchsia punch needle thread left over from the other day, and I just thought, yep, that's meant to be. And even though the hessian has some more, I guess, unevenness in its fibres, I think it was still going to work beautifully. As you can see, I've already done my cross stitch name or cross in the cross stitch, but it's quite small when you're just doing the individual little crosses. So I thought I'd show you at a slightly enlarged scale and add a nice little cross detail across here. So I've got my punch needle thread, I've just got a knot in the end of it, and I'm just going to pop out about here, I think, or maybe I'll go even a bit further over. Just got to remember it's got to fit in the book, so actually no, I will probably pop out about here, I think. And then I think we'll go up 3. And the other thing to say is they recommend using a tapestry needle. So a tapestry needle doesn't have a particularly pointy point, and it's a thicker needle, and it just won't pierce through the fibres of your actual fabric. So I'll go 1, 2, 3, up, 1, 2, 3. So I'm actually counting each time I pop across a fibre. So that's our first stitch. Then we come down from that stitch so that we're equal across. So you're kind of working in a, I guess, a geometric pattern, making diagonals across your fabric. Okay, then we're going up 3 and then across 1, 2, 3. And you'll immediately be able to see if you do something wrong here, and you can just very easily unthread it. So it's easy when you're coming immediately down because you can see where you need to go. Here I like to count 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then we can go down again. Going up, 1, 2, 3, across to there. It's always easy to see where you need to go below. I think I've got the right hole there, yep. Let me just check. Yes, that is the right hole. And then 1, 2, 3. So hopefully you can see that. Hopefully you're having a great day or great evening. Had a busy morning here, gave Travis his wash. 1, 2, 3. And then took him for a big walk at the park where the reverse art truck is, but it doesn't open on a Sunday, so there was no temptation for me to go a-looking. I've said until I finish my stitchery squares, no shopping for supplies. 1, 2, 3. I'll just use supplies in the meantime. Now the fabric gets a little bit harder to see where the holes are here because it's sort of a bit more meshied up. Let me just see if I can clear a bit of area. I think I'll still be able to get it to do what I want it to do. Oops, helps if I actually go in the right direction, doesn't it? Popped the wrong way through my fabric. Let's just do that. Okay. So it's a little bit harder to see, but we'll sort it out. Just pull away that little mess there so that we get a better hole. I think that will be better, and I think we'll be able to see okay. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. And then that's a bigger one, 1, 2, 3. The fibres are a little bit thicker in this section, but that's okay. It's all still doable. 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 2, 3. Oops. And then 1, 2, 3. One, two, three. And then 1, 2, oops, 1, 2, 3. Is that far enough across? That's about a finger's width. Yep, I think that's fine. So now we work our way back. So I'm going to come immediately below where that last one came out to, and then I'm going to go back so that I'm immediately above. And then again, immediately below, and then back so I'm immediately above. So you're going back into that hole that you've worked in on the way, the other way up. So it's much easier once you've laid your first lot of stitches down. It's pretty straightforward to work in the other direction. It's a much thicker strand in the middle there, but that's okay, still works. It's just a slightly bigger cross because the hessian is thicker. Actually thinking I'm going to do a monogram on the hessian for my Roxy Journal of Stitchery, because I think that would be fun. Such a lovely fibre. And we do have favourite fabrics, and I was very excited when I got my hessian sacks from the Reverse Art Truck, so I think I can put that in my favourite fabric category. I think it could go nicely on my burgundy bonheur if I use a lovely burgundy thread or wool. Maybe put even a bit of gold in because I've been doing that with some of my other pieces. Okay, and then just above that one. So that is our row of little crosses, decorative crosses. And you could then, if you wanted to, you could work them so they cross all, go all the way around. And you can also then do, I guess, yeah, I could do a cross up here. We could actually do that together if you like. We'll give that a go. Where will I want my cross? I might just get my little white pen, which isn't a fabric marker, but it works okay just to work out. Actually, the middle would need to be there. And where would we start it? Maybe here. Maybe I'll start at one more across. So I'm going to do the smaller ones that are just a single hessian width apart, but it's the same theory. I'm just going to work up in the one direction, putting my little diagonal stitches in. Hopefully you can see that okay. One more up to the top, and then we'll come down. So again, it's just going in that same direction and just putting all the little crosses over the stitches that you've already laid down. And we're down to the bottom now. And now I can just go up and put in my little cross stroke. And so I'll see where the R is, and that's where we'll be putting our little cross stroke ones in. So we'll work across this way first. Okay, and then we'll work our way back. So once you get going, and particularly when you're not having to count, if you're just using the individual little holes, it's actually pretty quick. Okay, and then we'll continue across this way to put in our final little stroke of the cross. It's a much thicker fibre there. Actually, nope, need to go that side of that thicker fibre. And then come back the other way. So do let me know if you've ever used hessian for doing cross stitch, or other things that you like to use hessian for in your stitching or creative projects. So there we go, that is cross stitch, and when you're done you just tie it off on the back, but I'll probably actually put a couple more stitches in just so they're sort of equal to the area where I'm going to then add a cross stitch at the back. So I'll do that after video, but I think that will then just make it look quite nice. So we will be coming back tomorrow and doing cross stitch long armed, and then we also have cross and straight stitch combination to do, which I think I'll work all on here, because it'll be nice to have a selection of little cross stitch items on here. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope you give it a go. Take care everyone, bye.